I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Nacho Bait is the beer we're doing today. You like how I did that?
Yes, that was good.
From Country Boy Brewing. We love Country Boy.
Now, just that way I can say it all together in case I decide to clip between Nacho and Bait for the intro, because sometimes I do that. I mean, and it might be funny. Nacho Bait. Just that way that way you guys get it all together in case I do that.
Habanero Blonde Ale.
This is, before we even say anything about the movie, I just want to go ahead and say this, because this is one of those long time coming things.
Yeah.
We did some Country Boy stuff a long time back. We did the Cougar Bait specifically for The Graduate, and we've done some other stuff. We got invited by them. That's why we picked this up. We'll talk about that in a minute.
It was a whole adventure, really. Yes. You think about it.
We'll say some more about that in just a moment. But before we say that, when we did Cougar Bait, not on episode, I don't think. I say this all the time and I end up being wrong. So I'm not even going to say not on episode. Maybe it was. Maybe
it's okay to be wrong sometimes, man.
But I definitely said to Bo when we were doing Cougar Bait, I was like, they've got a spicy one. And he was like, what? I was like, it's made with peppers. And I was like, it's called Nacho Bait. And as soon as I said it, Bo was like, Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
So there's your connection. That's the movie. Nacho Libre. That's how we got there. Bo's been waiting a long time, and he has not had the beer.
No.
And I've been waiting. I've been waiting because I have had this before. And and if you've never had a beer that's brewed with a pepper.
So is this...
It's definitely got the spice carries through.
I obviously haven't tried this yet. I've been avoiding it until we started. But it's made with habaneros. I went to culinary school. I know exactly how fucking hot those are. Geronimo, let's do this. Let's see what happens. Should I go big or small? Oh, well, that's not that bad. Oh, shit. Oh, God. That's fucking weird.
Like I said, it carries through.
It takes it a fucking second. Dude, the back of my fucking throat's burning.
It's interesting for the people at home.
Oh, I took too big a drink. Fuck, I have like nothing else to drink. I can't drink more of it.
Yep. Well, you can.
Well, it'll just make it fucking worse.
That's how it works.
We should have brought milk. Ew, beer and milk. No.
Yeah, no. But this is an episode of Hot Ones.
Yeah.
We're going to have extra hot takes this time, guys. We're going to be extra honest about things when we do this. I don't know.
Oh, is this at least high alcohol content?
I don't think so. It's a nice ale, so it's like
5%.
Yeah.
I mean, you drink enough of them, I bet it won't burn anymore.
Let's hope.
We're gonna find out.
So, like we've already said,
Not taking as big a one.
Yes. This is fun. It's good. We got this. Now we can get into that fun time at Country Boy Brewing. PKL,
yeah,
or
pickle,
yeah.
They play pickleball, which is
it was cool. It was fun.
Like, what is pickleball?
Pickleball is it's just a newer sport. That's all it is. But it does have.
It's like racquetball and tennis put together.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lower impact than tennis. You know what I mean? Like, you're not having to run as far.
Have to die.
Yeah.
Do the grunt.
But yeah, I mean, it's just an up and coming sport. I don't even know where to put it in the realm of sport. I don't know if I should put it. I don't know if I should put it in air quotes or not. But I mean, it's just it's a growing thing.
Cheerleading.
Pastime.
Cheerleading's a sport. Go ahead and throw it in there.
Man, hot take, Bo. Hot take.
Well, that was the joke. I was in marching band, so that was always like, why aren't we a sport? Cheerleading's a sport. We work just as hard. You ever had to carry one of those drums around?
But so while we were at the graciously invited Country Boy thing, we've been wanting to do this for a while, but we had a lot of other beers that we kept seeing and being like, whoa, we got to do that. Because Country Boy is something we can get in
it's everywhere.
Now, the only problem is when we finally were ready to start finding it, we couldn't find this one. We can find the Cougar Bait, we can find the Cliff Jumper, we can
literally
find
every other fucking one you can think of.
Cannot find this one. Shotgun Wedding, which we have hopes to use for an episode. Loose
hobo with a shotgun.
Well, we get to. That's the beauty. We get to play loose with it if we save it for next season, and we're almost there.
Yeah.
That's another thing that's nice to touch on. We are getting super
close
to the end of this.
2 more episodes after this one.
So look forward to that. There will be a small break for you guys as listeners. We will be hard at work
On season 3.
So just know that loose ends.
Lucy 3.
But yeah, so we picked this up because we finally had the
They
ability
had a nice little fridge of like all of their beers in it at this place. It was awesome. And then down there at the bottom, 2 left, Habanero Bait, Nacho Bait. I did that completely wrong.
Yeah.
Fix it in post.
I can't. Dude, I mean, we're already bouncing all over the place. You know what I mean? Like we were like,
I trust you. I believe in you. You can do it.
I'm not. I can't. I'm not going to.
Fuck you. You fucked it up. You sound stupid.
No, listen. If I was gonna do it, that's what I was just telling you. I would already be trying to fix like whole sections because like we were just like, let's roll out of this, and then I was like, oh yeah, I never finished. We didn't even finish what we were saying about this. It's the spicy, dude. The spicy is it's doing something to our brains right now.
Oh, my mouth's on fire.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is great.
It's gonna be a fun episode, guys. So let's go ahead. Let's get into this.
Get into the movie.
Nacho Libre. The first thing I want to say about this movie, before we get into anything, this is one of the very few times that Bo picked a movie I had never seen.
I watched it once back in high school.
I didn't know what to expect going into it at all. Like literally zero. Because I love Jack Black.
I do too.
This is after several Jack Black projects
like the TV show Tenacious D.
Yeah. It came out the same year as Tenacious D.
Yeah, it
movie.
did. The Pick of
Destiny. So I mean, like, I didn't see this one. I was a couple like it just kind of was at a time I was 21. I wasn't really going to movies, but I knew it was
there.
I knew the focus was for like a slightly younger age group. I didn't know it was a Nickelodeon movie.
And my friends didn't either when we went. We were just like, Jack Black movie.
Well, and see, yeah, that's all. I knew that, like I said, I felt like I was maybe a little older than the age. And also, like, as a 21-year-old in college, I didn't always have the funds to go see a movie, and so like I definitely pick and choose.
Am I wasting my money on this, or am I going to go see that? What else came out?
I don't know. Well, obviously
2006. Ooh, Lord of the Rings came out that.
Lots of things came out that. Yeah,
definitely would have rather seen that.
This was definitely not going to be high on. Not trying to knock the movie, but maybe a little bit after now that I've seen it.
We're not knocking Jack Black. We're just knocking the movie.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not even, I don't want to knock any of the individual parts. It's just like it came together and it wasn't the thing they were hoping it was going to be.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, let's say, okay. Obviously, we've already mentioned Jack Black. We'll get back into Jack Black. But before we do anything else, we should talk about some of the other people involved in the movie. And so we'll start with our writers. We have Jared Hess, Jerusha Hess, and Mike White. Mike White being someone that always, like, not always, but they worked with Jack Black a lot.
Yeah.
They had their own production company, was involved in this. Black and white. When you see
That's
it start. Yes. They were School of Rock together. You know, it was them together. He also wrote that one. Or wrote that.
I love that movie.
He was in that one.
Yeah, he was the roommate. Yeah.
And so, yeah, Jared Hess also, sorry, I'm still flabbergasted from
this.
And like,
the fucking beer is wild.
And trying to like focus and like all of the different things. So yeah, Mike White, we definitely like his writing. We know we've talked, I'm pretty sure we've mentioned him. I feel like we've said before. Specifically. Yeah, like even the whole being the roommate.
On School of Rock.
Yeah.
So we have before.
I don't remember.
I don't know. We hang out a lot, man.
Yeah. I don't know if it was exactly. I don't know if it was for this. I don't know if it was outside of this. We definitely had this conversation.
This is why we need to start recording the beer trips. Because we talk about so much random shit.
Just so that way we can hash back to be like, have people heard this?
Pull up the file like, oh yeah, we did talk about that.
Oh man. But so Jared Hess and Jerusha Hess, let's get back to them. They're a married couple. Also were Napoleon Dynamite, and you kind of feel that in this movie.
If you went to high school that year, man, everybody saw Napoleon Dynamite.
The director is also Jared Hess. It's one of the it's a 2-4, as we like to say.
Hey man, If I wrote a movie, I would definitely want to direct it.
Well, especially that type. Like,
Yeah,
it's a very specific
you
type.
You can't see inside my brain.
And well, it's a very specific type of comedy.
It's a style too.
Yeah, right. And
even the way he like sets up shots and stuff is very distinctive to this guy.
Yes. Well, and that's what I was saying. You can.
You feel the Napoleon Dynamite. Like
you didn't know until earlier.
Until you pointed out, and I was like, oh yeah, the first shot of the movie when he's like the little kid, Nacho is like stealing the stuff to make his lucha outfit.
Well, and how many of the scenes where it starts out completely blank and then the action comes into it, which is not usually what you would see, but
just
that's very much
static shot, and then in comes the little motorbike thing, and he crashes.
Very much the same kind of thing you'd see in Napoleon Dynamite. So once you know it, you're like, oh shit, I see it. I see it. You're right. The colors I even feel. Like, the color play is a little bit more like on the Napoleon Dynamite side of things. I don't know.
Man's got a style.
Again, like we said, it's not that this is...
It's not bad.
And we like bad movies, which is why like we can't even be like, it's bad, because then I'd probably enjoy it more. It's a mediocre movie.
Yeah.
It's just kind of... It's middling.
Yeah.
It's very middling.
You're left with like I feel like there was some more stuff we could have done.
Or you leave the movie just being like, I don't even necessarily know if I remember most of what I just watched, which to me is a bad sign. Like, you remember, like, we were like, the only really bad sign of a movie, like we've said before to us, is if I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Because that means I didn't care at all.
Yeah. If I was bored, that's another one.
Right? Yeah. Probably not going to remember that. If I was like, if all I remember is that I was bored, I probably won't remember the movie. If I leave not knowing the movie for whatever reason, it's a demerits on the movie for sure. And I feel like that about this. I like this.
I like all the parts where like they're doing the wrestling. And
those are I know what fan. When you got excited to want to talk about this.
I thought was like, Sweetie's got the lucha mask and he's doing all the stuff.
I knew the reasons that you wanted to. 100%.
But then there's all this almost forced comedy in the middle of all that.
I don't even know what you would call it. I don't.
It should be funny, but it's not.
A lot of it is not.
I feel like I'm supposed to laugh here, but it's just not hitting for some reason.
I agree, dude. 100%. Let's get into the cast. This won't take us very long.
Yeah, this won't take long.
We can hash into it. This is what I like about our new format is that there's no format, right? Yep. Like, I feel like Seinfeld about this.
It's a show about nothing.
But it's just the format. We know when
it's over.
The format gets to be like whatever it needs to for each movie now. Yeah. Like, if we need to get more into scenes, we can. If we don't, we don't. This one, I don't know what we're gonna. This one's a surprise. We don't know exactly what we want to do because we both came in being like,
might be our shortest episode ever.
I don't know if I think we can flesh it out. I don't think we'll have that problem. We can start talking again, but this might be a tangent-filled episode, is what I'm getting at, right? Like, this might be the episode where people come in being like, "Oh, I can't wait to hear him talk about Nacho Libre," and we might barely.
They didn't talk about that movie at all.
And again, I'm telling everyone right now, if that does happen, it's not intentional, despite the fact that it's going to be coincidental that you heard me say it and it happens.
Just transition into a Napoleon Dynamite.
No, we're saying 100% we won't do that because I will actually do that. I'll talk tater tots if you want to talk tater tots. Pocket tots.
Pocket tots. No, it's my tots. Get your own.
But so that one will be saved for another day. Is what I'm saying. If we're gonna do that, I would never.
Food. Sorry, I'll stop.
Stop it. I'm telling you, we would do that. I would want to specifically be ready for that one. I would want to be absolutely sure I was ready to say the things I was gonna say. Today, I feel ill-prepared.
Much like Nacho. He wasn't ready. He was not ready to get in the ring.
So like we already said, Jack Black, just so that way we can touch back to him. We've talked about him before. He's been in at least one movie, right? He was in...
the John Cusack movie.
High Fidelity.
Yeah, High Fidelity.
So I...
That's where we mentioned School of Rock. That was in that episode. I remember now.
Good. I appreciate it.
Took me a while.
I don't know if that's true, but I'll defer to Bo.
85% sure. Was 90? He said something. No, I'm not as sure.
Well, I mean, for all you,
because I'm like, oh, well.
Are you positive that it was in the episode, or could it have just been like close, like the day we picked up the beer?
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to be 100%, Bo. It's hard to be 100%.
Do you think we'd remember more if we didn't drink during
Not
these?
at all.
No?
Not at all.
All right, good.
Not
It's
at
not the
all.
beer's fault then.
I don't think so, one bit. But yeah, Jack Black. This era again, like that's one of the things I wanted to circle back to. This is like height of Jack Blackdom.
Yeah,
right.
This
Or
peak.
you know, like again, this is
He
when
did
the,
like a shit ton of movies.
this is when the
year.
movie came. Tenacious D,
The
Pick of
mo-
Destiny
yeah.
came out, which like you already mentioned, it means the show was on HBO. The cartoon, him and Kyle.
him and Kyle.
Great. If you've not
If
seen
you've
it
not
before,
watched it, go watch it. It's awesome.
Be
It's weird
prepared.
they got a lot of the stuff for the movie from.
Be prepared if you have delicate sensibilities to maybe not go watch it because it might be a little bit more of an offensive Jack Black than you're used to.
Who doesn't like a little kielbasa sausage, man?
I'm just
It's
saying.
tasty.
I'm not saying it attacks my sensibilities. I'm saying I know that there are people.
At least I didn't sing it.
I know. But yeah, this is after he's already put out the album.
Yeah.
Tenacious D.
They played on the Late Show. They opened
Yes.
for that. They did that bit.
Mm-hmm. So this is already into Jack Blackdom. But this is definitely when, again, this is like the School of Rock era within a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's when we all know Jack Black getting super huge, which is why this even stood out more, right? Because this like the vibe of this is not the vibe
Of any of the
most
other
of
movies?
Jack Black.
Yeah.
He's not this is the least Jack Black I've ever seen in a movie. And this
He'll
is
get away
including
He'll
this-
get away with doing like one word like Jack Black would. The rest of it's like this awful Spanish soap opera accent.
So I yes. I actually would say that this is the least Jack Black, but if you've seen any of his 90s acting, they're actually
Yeah.
like the Neverending Story 3 or
I can't remember if I've seen that or not.
Airborne. I think it's Airborne is the name of it.
Mars Attacks, where he's
Yeah.
the brother.
That one's a little Jack Blacky. That's a little bit.
I just love he runs up with the gun and the fucking thing falls the fuck apart on him and he just I surrender and they blast him.
But yeah, this though is definitely for the era Jack Black that we're getting. Very not
Jack Black.
Like you could have had anybody
We
else.
could have
do
cast
this.
somebody
It
else
could-
for
it
this movie.
Could have worked
It didn't
with
need to
anybody.
be Jack
Yeah,
Black.
like the things that we love Jack Black for are not
in
things
this movie
that he got to do. There are two songs. That's it.
Yeah.
2 songs. Not that a Jack Black movie has to have a song, but it almost does.
It almost
right?
does.
Like in your head,
He's got to sing something.
He's got to deliver at least one of his lines sing-songy. We get 2 songs, and only one of them's good.
Yep. Ramses, you are the best. You are great.
That's the
That's
one.
the good. I like that one.
Um,
You didn't like Encarnación.
It was okay. That's the other thing. I love that you sang that for us because he is Nacho, but it's traditional nickname for
Or
Ignacio.
Ignacio.
Yeah. It's also where the word nachos come from. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that.
It was a guy,
Named Ignacio.
and he made the dish.
Nachos.
Ah, nachos.
Hell yeah.
So now you understand that in the movie, it's not a stretch. That's just normal practice. That's just practice. That is just the nickname for a guy named Ignacio.
I was wondering that in the beginning of the movie where he's riding his bike and the dudes he goes past is like, Nacho. I was like, well, he hasn't started wrestling yet. Why are they calling him Nacho?
Just a common nickname.
Okay. That makes sense now. Sweet. Now I want like a friend named Ignacio. So I can call him.
You can legitimately
call him Nacho.
You don't, it's not offensive in
Yeah.
any way. You're just like, no, I mean, it's just your nickname.
No,
right? Like,
his name is Ignacio.
It's like calling
So
William
I
Bill.
call him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Nacho. It's short.
It's Nacho.
My Latin buddy over here.
Then we have going on in our cast Ana de la Reguera.
Reguero? I can't
No,
see it.
ends with an A.
Oh.
Um,
We're bad at this.
yeah.
We're sorry. We try.
I'm also just gonna say she plays the sister, because her character name is also. I'm a white guy, guys,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to say that like I couldn't. I'm trying to say that in a way that I don't want to be the guy who says it horribly wrong.
I took Spanish in high school. a bunch of times.
And I understand I probably should, but her character is also, they don't say the name often enough for me to get comfortable even hearing it to be like, I can. And I wasn't going to rewind the
I'm going to
movie.
need somebody to repeat that name to me like 6 times before I'm going to be like, okay, I think I know how I could say it.
The rest of the people that I might say, I'm comfortable enough with their character names that I feel like I can
get through it.
But it's because I say them enough that I'm like, oh, I heard
that's
that
how
name.
you're
I
supposed
heard
to say
that a
it.
bunch. I can say that. And so good segue for our next person. Because again, she might be in other things. She's definitely not in a lot of American market things. And that's where a lot of the people in this, they're not necessarily in a lot of American market.
Really? Not even
movies.
as Winona Ryder's stunt double?
She looks it, dude. I said this. I was like,
when she first walks in the movie, I was like, oh no.
Several times I had to second guess myself. I kept being like, it is, because I was trying not to have my, first time I was like, I'm not going to look at anything. I'm just watching the movie.
Watch it, yeah.
And so I kept being like, is that? No,
it's not. Then you're like, was she that skinny in 2006? Like, I can't remember.
She looked that young.
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
not even trying to be mean. I'm not good
she's
with.
Been around since the 80s.
She's been around long enough that I have a problem knowing what she looked like at the different points. Like, I'll trick myself in my head, right?
It's like, this is in between, like Heathers and fucking Strange Things. So
vaguely in there,
it's somewhere in that area. She could look anyway
from that to that. Exactly. In my head, I don't know, and I'll just place a random look. So I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
I definitely
for a second totally thought it was Winona Ryder.
Now on to our missed segue into our character name that I can pronounce because they said it enough. Esquelito. But Bo.
Steven.
Bo, when I asked him, I was like, Bo, what's that? Because for a minute I couldn't remember what it was. And I was just like, Bo, what's that dude's name? And Bo just looks at me and goes, Steven? Like deadpan. Bo wasn't even trying to be funny about it. He wasn't trying. It wasn't like just now where he was like, Steven. Yeah. Bo was just like, Steven? There you go. I was like, no, I was like his actual, not the name that he decided, like what he said. When he said his name. What's his name?
His ring name, because that's what the announcers call him when they come in. Esquelito. See, I had to practice it because when he asked me the first time, I knew it in my head. I was like, yeah, I'm not even trying that. Steven.
I love that you told me that because I didn't know. That's even better. That's great, dude. Hector Jimenez. Yeah.
Hector.
He's been in a few other
I've seen him in other shit.
Yeah, a few other American market things, both comedy. I think recently trying to get into some dramas, but he also has done a lot of other like Spanish market, Latino market.
Was he ever in on any of those soap operas?
I don't know.
That'd be funny to see him in.
I'd have to look.
We need
That's
to go
the thing.
look.
I didn't really look at some other, and again, not trying to be offensive. It was more to do with like what we said about the movie. It's very middling.
Yeah.
I wasn't inspired to go deep diving into most of these people. They were fun in the movie. I wasn't immediately like, I need to know everything
what else
that
has
they
he
were
been
in.
in. I was just kind of like, I've seen you before.
Yes. Right. And Jack Black, I didn't need to do a deep dive because I just know the things he's been in.
Yeah.
It's kind of just
seen
like
most of them.
Well, and like, millennial age, you just know it, right?
Yeah.
You just sense it. Like you're born with the knowledge, the innate knowledge of the things that Jack Black's in.
It's just there. Deep in your soul.
Maybe some of the early ones might be obscure to some people, but generally speaking,
he was in the Pitfall 2 fucking commercial
now
back in the day.
Obscure.
Like
that's obscure. I don't blame people
as the
for
little,
not knowing that.
Little jungle hat.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, but I don't.
He's actually very Jack Black in that commercial.
Yes, he is.
I'm like, whoa! This started at birth. This style.
Well,
for
it just
him.
lets you know how much that it's really him. Like, people are always like, it's a character he puts on.
No,
it's
that's
like,
him.
no,
Go look at him. He was like 12 in that commercial.
That's just him. After we get past Esquelito, I don't know how many of our actors here that we really need.
I didn't know.
Characters,
Pedro,
even.
Pedro was there.
Well,
for a cameo.
Well, character-wise, we at least need to mention one more, right? Chancho,
my dude, Chanchito.
Because he's of the kids, he's the kid.
He's the kid.
He's the kid and you care about.
And he protects the business.
I fucking love Chancho.
He jumps up in front of the TV when his mask is about to come off and he's blocking it. Like I was like, my guy.
From the minute he sees it, dude, I love that kid. Like when he sees him putting it on.
I'm not gonna rat you out.
I won't tell your secret.
When he's leaving to go start, he's like, "I liked your food."
Yes, no. Again,
obviously,
I love that kid. Well, but he wasn't the only one. The other kid
Oh
teared
yeah,
up.
I saw that when he runs out. He's like, I shall go find a new duty. Bing, and then runs away all
If it wasn't
dramatic.
because he loved the food, why else was it? Because at that point, he didn't say he wasn't going to work at the monastery. He just
Yeah.
said he wasn't going to do the food no more. We're gonna
Dead guy duty, cooking duty.
yeah. Outside of this, we like you said, we have Pedro. He is here.
Just to be there.
Just to be here, dude.
He's just one of the guys that Nacho tries to fight because him and Steve come up with that stupid plan to like go on the date with
Yes.
the nun.
Random thing on the street. Yeah.
I'm like, what? Ask her on a date. He's a priest. You're a nun. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. We have two other people I think we should name. One, because we just love him, Peter Stormare.
Peter Stormare.
Our
Russian, our favorite Russian
or
cosmonaut,
Eastern
European, or
he's just he gets used a lot.
Yeah,
he's a great character.
You need a mobster.
Yeah, of questionable background.
Yeah,
he's your guy. He's 100% your guy.
Everywhere from like German to fucking Russia
to whatever he was in this. Well, I don't even know what
Gypsy King. I don't know. He had the wild steampunk outfit on and shit.
Magic, and he was supposed to know magic.
Go get the eagle egg and drink the yolk, and it will give you the power of a god.
Escolito, I don't think there was magic in that.
The eggs were a lie. There's a little bit of the Jack Black when he gets to do big emotion, the Jack Black gets to come out, but everything else is just kind of deadpan Spanish soap opera.
Yeah, I don't even know. You're right. Like I don't know where he learned his delivery for that.
I don't either.
For this from. So the last person I think we need to mention before we even move on though is so we'll mention him and then the fact that there are plenty of other wrestlers, right? So this is very true. These are all luchadors. Yeah. Not all. Most of them
are luchadors.
Are real luchadors. So it is really giving homage to the
business.
The business. I was gonna say
they do. They at no point in this movie, I'll give them this. They do respect wrestling. They never once say it's fake or make it look like they're not really doing
that's the opposite.
Yeah, this is real. It's a fight.
Hardcore. Yeah, it's a fight. They're saying that this is like boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 100%. Yeah. No, this movie
during the time that it's like the 70s in
or
this
something,
movie, right? It's
I don't even know.
It was still mostly real.
It's very vague on the year on purpose, right? Like we can't see, especially coming from the American market, things that easily let us know what year it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because I have no idea what it looked like in Mexico in the 2000s. Never been there.
Well, I definitely would assume that it wasn't the 2000s, but yeah.
We don't know.
I don't technically. You are right that I technically
they are a very poor monastery. You know, like the town next to it might be super poor, and this Ramses guy just comes in and lords his money over everybody.
Well, I mean, the joke is always that Canada's like 9 years behind.
9 years
right?
behind us.
So maybe,
Mexico's 30. That's wrong.
I didn't say it. You said it.
I said it was wrong. I didn't agree with it. I'm gonna clip that part. It's gonna blast it everywhere now.
On to our actor, though. The only one that I think we really need to point out because he is our big character.
He's the champ.
Is Ramses.
Silver King. I know who he is. He was on Lucha Underground back in the day. He's awesome.
He's again, normally, like as Bo pointed out, Silver King, normally Silver Mask.
Yep.
Gold Mask in this is a total nod.
It's still the same cut, actually, if you pay attention, as the silver one. There's kind of a two-tone to it.
The gold mask is a nod to
the man in the golden mask, Fray Tormenta, the actual guy this whole story is based off of, who was way much more of a badass.
Well, and again, this is totally meant to be a con. Like they make sure that it's like a nod to that story.
Yeah.
But they don't want you to think, they don't ever want you to actually think that this is based, like really based
yeah,
on
they
that
don't
story.
ever once say based on a true story or anything
because
like
they want to make they're not trying to mock
all the names.
They're not
are
trying
different.
to mock that guy, which this would be like mocking.
They
that
did
guy.
consult him on stuff, and he just kind of went, "Okay."
Well, because again, he's like, but that's not me. So why?
Yeah, I think mostly it was like he read the script and went, "All right, they didn't call wrestling fake. Go for it."
Right? Because again,
it's probably he's an old school worker. He probably all he needed.
Well, and again, like,
fuck, this beer is spicy. It's giving me hiccups.
But again, you know, like if it's all just about protecting him, he's like, well, you the first words out of your mouth was, it's not you, right?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And he's like,
All right, cool.
what else?
Have fun.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Who's this Jack Black guy?
Yeah, like,
He was like
so he's just playing a character
like
that's not
70
me.
when this movie
right,
came
yeah,
out.
he's just like, so he's playing a character not me.
just happens to be a not
Another-
even, not
yeah,
even
yeah,
a priest. He's like a friar
He's
or a
like,
monk. They never really
I don't
say.
even know if he's supposed to actually be a monk. He just seems like he was a kid that never left,
Yeah,
right?
he's like
'Cause
kind
we
of
see-
kid. They kidnap him. They just strip all of his wrestling gear off of him, the poor kid, and then they shove him in the kitchen, and this is
Oh,
where he
wait.
stayed. Oh, he's Cinderella. This is a Cinderella story.
Thank you for saying that. I almost forgot to say the only other person I knew from the movie was Troy Gentile.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, Barry from the Goldbergs.
Oh.
the young Nacho.
Young Jack Black. That kid just plays little Jack Black a lot.
Yeah,
In Tenacious
Destiny,
D.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
the
He was
young Jables.
Yes.
I hear you, brave young Jables. You are hungry for the rock.
But yeah, so he was also here as the young kid. But yeah, it is wild. At the start of this, we don't actually know how he ended up at the like we see it, but we don't know if he was already there and that happened. If they
Yeah.
were like, you shouldn't wear that,
They found him wandering
or
around
if they just kidnapped
in
him.
his
Yeah.
fucking wrestling gear playing in the cemetery. They're like,
They were like, no one's gonna
wrestling
claim
is a
this
sin,
kid.
boy. And
No
then
one's
threw him
claiming
in.
this weird wrestling child.
Wrestling is unholy.
I think it's crazy that we see how big the luchador culture in that town was.
Yeah.
And everybody at the monastery to have that point of view
Right.
was pretty
Yeah, that bothered
wild,
me.
right?
I was like, no.
I was like, I don't even know if I can believe that.
I don't think that's the way it was.
But-
I'm pretty sure when
It was respected.
when Fray Tormenta finally got, outed as a wrestler, the archbishop or whatever was like, are you keeping the money? He's like, no, I'm giving it to the orphans. He's like, oh, okay, keep going.
Right.
Because I'm not going to pay you.
Yeah. Well, again, like it's kind of respected.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you just found a workaround. Good for you.
And so, yeah, I don't. It felt again, in a movie that we shouldn't dissect in that kind of way. It did feel weird.
Yeah.
That's how they did that. I was like, what are we doing here? All in all, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about most of this movie. It's fun
Yes.
for parts.
The wrestling is good. Once he gets to the wrestling, the movie picks up because they're really bad at it at first. They keep getting their ass whipped.
Well, and they always do.
Yeah,
He only wins
at
the
the
last
very
fight.
end.
Yeah,
he gets real close that last
Oh.
one. That's my favorite one, the battle royal at the end where he's like, you got to throw everybody out of the ring. Man, he was so close. He takes
was
that
doing so
tombstone pile
good.
driver from that big fucking guy.
So that's your favorite?
That's my favorite match in the
Okay.
movie.
My favorite match in the movie is the
little people
little
match.
people.
The little wild monster match.
Yes,
I
it's
like
so
those
fun.
masks, the like animatronic masks
yes,
that those
dude.
guys had. That was awesome.
And that they're like again because the luchadors are always in their masks. So when we see
minis, they call them minis.
them, when we see them on the street, and that little dude still has that thing
and the
on,
nice suit. They have the nice suits on.
and had the moving
right.
yes, dude, I
and
was
it's
like,
still just going.
that's one of those moments where I laughed out
Yeah,
loud. I was
that's a
like,
good
that's
one.
good. That's good. I was like, more of the movies should be that kind of funny. But yeah, dude, I love when you get to see they do contrast comedy really well, right?
Yeah.
Like, so again, where you're like, when you see him the first time and they do it, you're like, oh, it's good. Yeah,
it's part of the
good.
gimmick.
And then when you see him in the suit, you're like,
oh no, he
stop.
just does that. He
He's-
just does
he's
that all
too
the
much.
time.
The other thing the movie does I thought was it's a subtle kind of funny, but I find it fucking hilarious is like the use of English and Spanish in the movie. Like
Everyone else speaks Spanish
yes, and
except
he's
for
supposed to like
Yeah.
it's literally like it's for us like and not just because we're the American, but like that's just the storytelling narrative.
we only get a translation for Nacho and his friends.
Yeah, well, and sometimes not his
even
friends,
not
right?
even
Like
his friends.
Nacho's the only one we're 100% always hearing a translation for. I love that if you have subtitles on, you don't even
You don't get the Spanish subtitles.
No,
it's just
so
Spanish.
You literally
hope you paid attention in Spanish class.
And so like every time an announcer talks, like we were just saying, the street scene when they're out, when Ramses is talking to the people, he speaks in Spanish. Like,
Yeah, I don't think Ramses speaks English through the whole movie.
no, I don't think so. He also stays masked in the whole movie.
Yes, because you. Oh, that was something that bothered me when when he ripped the mask off in the last match.
Thank you.
And Nacho just kept wrestling. I'm like, oh fuck no! Real life, he is diving under the ring, putting shit over his face, covering his head.
Well, I was gonna ask you this because I was like, Bo's more of a wrestler. I'm glad that you got there because I would have forgotten. But yeah, I was gonna say that is like in real wrestling, right? In luchador rules, that's essentially like ending the match almost. Yeah,
right? Like the match is over. Like he's
like
not going to fight anymore.
It's very gimmicky for the match to go back, right? I've seen a couple, like when it's official announcements of a new mask sometimes. Yeah. That's how they get around it. Like they'll make up the story that someone throws him the new mask. But yeah, outside of it being a gimmick storyline point, so again, back then, when it's supposed to be real.
Yeah, no, especially back then,
it would have meant match over.
Huge dishonor on you. Like you are not supposed to lose
your mask. He wouldn't have even done it, right?
The crowd would have turned on him
for trying
he's supposed
to
be the big hero. Everybody loves Ramsey and shit, even though he's doing a lot of heel shit in this movie. But at that point,
the people
and when he hold him down, he's ripped his mask off. The crowd would have turned on him.
I agree.
Because you don't do that shit.
I agree.
You don't take off the mask.
Well, it happens a couple times in the movie.
I know. In the very first match when Chancho asked
I get it was a shitty mask, but it was still bullshit to try to take it off.
Especially since that match, they clarified it was a hair versus mask.
Yeah, no,
They weren't supposed to take Nacho's mask. They were supposed to take Steven's hair.
I love that he said he's a scalp match. Yes, take it.
Yeah, we met his hair.
His hair.
What am I hair? Well, come on, man. I can't lose my mask. Nobody can know who I am. I'll get in trouble.
Dude, that one was good. That was good. I love that every time things would after that, they would mention like things about the match, and the dude would grab his hair.
Because he does. He had like through the whole movie, he has a little patch missing.
He gets the hairdo to fix it, and it's just a giant poof, so that way it covers stretch over it. I was like, dude, this is so great.
He looks dope though when they get some money and he goes and gets himself a makeover. He has like the cool clothes and gets his teeth whitened up and shit. Looks good.
The caricature artist making him a woman was too much.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a good one. See, there's good bits in the movie.
But it's again, the problem is that when you walk away, like if me and Bo weren't here and have watched it 3 times in the last like 5 days, it would be different.
Yeah. I'd forget a lot of these funny bits.
Well, and you were coming in trying to be like, I need to remember the things
I need to remember the things that are funny.
But yeah, there's a lot of in between where I'm like, it's not as good as it could be. It's not as funny. It's not as funny as we deserve. Because it is, or even okay. And I get that this is maybe where the line was drawn, right? Like we could have gone funnier. If we start going too funny, is it you're a wrestling fan? And the luchador is definitely like it's a higher honored like level of wrestling, right? Like because it does have that family. Well, it's got the family.
Yeah, the Guerreros and everybody.
Like families are in wrestling, in normal wrestling, but it's you don't talk about it as much. Yeah. But like it is part of the story culture. And everything. The culture of it is all very different. Yeah. So it's a higher tier of wrestling.
Luchadors take their shit very seriously.
There's so much respect. So maybe they were trying to walk that line, dude, where they were like, we need it to be funny, but we don't want to be mock. Like, you know, like maybe they're trying to walk the line where they want to keep it respectful.
I feel like all of the bits where we're in the church with the kids and like outside of the wrestling stuff.
No.
We could have been way funnier. They handled all the wrestling stuff pretty perfect. There is some comedy spots in it because like they are really bad at it.
Yes.
But they do. The matches still go like the first match. They go like a wrestling match. They're getting Stevens in first. He's getting all the heat. He makes the hot tag to Jack. He jumps in. He makes the comeback. Starts doing pretty good. Gets the crowd up. He stops for too long. Does the thing and then takes the drop back. It's the cutoff. It works like an actual wrestling match.
Yeah.
No contest. Both opponents were knocked out. They can't continue. Ref waved it off. The other guys are the winners.
Again, I've got
totally logical match.
I've got no problem with any of the wrestling.
Me either. Like the wrestling in it is great.
Is great. I will say this, since coming in from as a person who had never seen it, when it first started, again, like you mentioned, it takes a little bit to get to the wrestling. When we finally get to it, it is really good and it's really great. I was expecting a different kind of movie. I was expecting like comedy of errors, right? Like, so he was, and the first match almost sets it up that way to where
Yeah.
like he fails into winning.
Right.
But that's not it. Like, it is 100%. These are goofs in a ring, and they are goofs in a ring.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They just get paid
Yeah.
for being goofs in a ring, and
They're
so then
jobbers. They get paid to lose.
Yeah, and
he gets tired of it after a while. I don't want to get paid to win.
which was funny that he had to. Did we even need that scene? Because there was never an implication that he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He'd get paid more to win. And I know that he was just saying like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, when was he not? Wasn't he? Like, we were supposed to believe he was always trying to win anyway. Why did we need a moment where he says it out loud? Like, he was never supposed to not be trying.
Right.
It was just that in trying, he failed so beautifully that people appreciated it.
And
I feel like if he was trying to lose, it wouldn't have been as beautiful.
Right. No, it wouldn't, because it wouldn't have been as authentic. The crowd would have saw through it, and they'd have been like, these guys are just standing there taking a beating. But no, they're like, they see him flailing around and like stumbling and be like, oh God, like, like, oh, these dipshits are actually trying. They're not good, but they're funny.
So again, I expected a different way to get from point A to point B, right? Like, I was expecting that they were going to actually win. Like, I was expecting the hero's journey.
Yeah,
but comedy the way up, right? Like, they were going to take everybody out and make their way to the top ranks of the Luchador. No.
Nope.
Not at all.
There's going to be like a tournament. They're going to have to fight through it and win. So they could get to Ramses because he's an asshole. And it's kind of he's still losing. He loses all the time. He just kind of, fuck, I don't even remember what happened. How did he get into the last damn match?
I'm going to wait a second. I want to see if you can remember. This proves the point that we had about how the movie is so middling.
Oh, shit. Steven runs over big dude's foot with his bike because he's bullying some kid.
Yeah.
That's right.
There you go.
It's the most contrived ass reason to get Nacho into this fucking match. Well, but then they have the match and it's like Rocky. They're all like, the kids come, they're all wearing the mask.
Well, and it was totally like every other match until he saw
the kids. Getting his ass beat.
Dude, the heroic, what was the choice of it was like, I don't know, like 1970s.
Heroic 70s mariachi music.
It was weird, right?
It's like, no, we need an epic, but we're going to use a mariachi band for some reason.
I don't even know if it was I don't know what it was. It was so different, though. It was not what you expected to come on in the moment when you saw the kids. And all of them in their horrible looking homemade masks. I know that's not supposed to be a big point, but those things were
off.
And I know they're a poor kids.
My boy Chancho's mask is too fucking small. It's
everything
smushy face.
Everything was bad about. Well, and the worst part about that is I feel like we saw this evolution of where Nacho just kept upgrading his costume, right?
Yeah.
Like every time they got paid, he started, he just like got a real mask. Then he got like the cape, and then he got the full tights with the knee pads. Then he got the boots.
Oh, the boots are sweet. The little white ones.
Yes, dude. I love that he used those in his regular life and in the match. I was like, way to be utilitarian with those boots.
Fucking 70s Harley race fucking outfit that he's wearing.
All of that. So my thing is, I was like, oh, but wouldn't Chancho have worn the real mask, like the original
mask,
found
the first
it in the
one?
dude's stuff?
Yeah, because he threw it away.
Yeah,
it's at one point.
Chancho would have had that. That's my problem.
Yeah, he would have went and got it.
Fit. It wouldn't have been too. If anything, it might have been a little big.
Yeah.
Because the only person that might have had a slightly bigger head than Chancho would have been Jack Black. And I hate to say that, but I mean,
he's a chubby boy. It's fine. I was too.
You see the movie, that's definitely just what you see. Well, not even Chancho. I mean, this is saying Jack Black.
Also a chubby boy.
Yeah, it's all together. I wasn't singling one of them out. I was maybe singling both of them out.
Fat bastards.
I guess that's not singling anymore. I was
doubling them out.
I was coupling them.
There, you pairing.
That sounds weird.
Pairing off.
We shouldn't say that about an adult and a child.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, thank you. Ooh, strike that.
Just cut that.
No, even reversal.
No reversal.
Strike it.
Just cut it.
Strike it.
Gone.
It's no longer. Well, it will be. But do you guys just pretend like it's no longer there? Okay. All right. All right. Though I don't know.
I don't know
what else
to do
to talk
either,
about. It does. Let's talk about the ending real quick, I guess.
The final match.
I don't even know if we have to talk about the final match, but maybe just like how it all, like, again, we've already said the final match is the only one that's real wrestling, and he really kicks ass.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the callback to the eagle magic.
Yeah, that was nice. He
climbs it and he dives and he really flies. Those are wires, right? They had to have done a wire thing, something.
No, the greatest luchador on earth could not clear that distance.
Well, it couldn't have even been his stunt double who had really did it.
Yeah.
I read this. This is one of those few trivia things I found out. And this is one of those things that I think is only said by Jack Black, so I don't know the validity of this. Because, Jack Black's a crazy guy. He says stories sometimes. We all have heard some of his stories where we're like, I don't know if that's real. It's a good story, though.
Good story.
So according to Jack Black, for this movie, they put out a call for a stunt double for him because he has to do some intense stuff.
Bumps.
They couldn't find anybody because stunt doubles aren't
usually chunky,
aren't usually Jack Black's build.
Yeah,
and so they did just find a dude, just a guy, a dude who was built kind of like Jack Black,
willing to take bumps. Nice.
So again, thus proving
I looked like Jack Black back then. I mean, they should have called me. I'd have took all the bumps in the world for him.
But thus proving my point that the stunt, it's sometimes in a movie, it's like, well, the stunt double is a dude who maybe could do these things, whereas in the real actor couldn't.
Yeah.
Jack Black is for a chunky dude.
He moves.
Very athletic. This is what I like to say
good.
about him. He's an athletic, chunky guy, right? Dude has some muscles. He just doesn't care to lose the weight on top of him.
He's actually the best shape I've ever seen him in this movie.
Dude, when he, some of the stuff in the ring is him.
Yeah.
Especially after he won for this last match, him jumping
around and doing all the skips.
That's
he does
him.
The roll
it's him.
Yeah,
because he does stuff, he
does
not
that shit.
anymore. He's,
he's
got the white in the beard is a little heavy.
He used to do this shit on stage with Tenacious D.
It was very normal for him to do these. Again, he's very much in the Belushi realm.
High energy,
big guy. Does his real flip. Because Belushi used to really do the backflips and shit. So I can believe it. That those were all him. But yeah,
but taking a military press slam might be a little beyond what Jack's wanting to do, so we'll get a guy.
Exactly. Someone else has to do that.
Just lay flat and tuck your chin. Just you'll be fine.
And so he wins, which was again supposed to be the big uproar surprise. Again, what separates us from the real story is that in the real story, the guy was saving an entire orphanage, right?
Every fucking cent he got went to this orphanage.
Now, in this one, there were orphans. There was an orphanage. But at no point, after, before or after was the money ever, he wasn't trying to make money to save the orphanage. He wasn't trying to make money to do anything great for the orphanage. What was his dream?
I want to buy them a bus so I could take them on field trips and things.
And then later he did realize he wanted to up their food, right?
Yeah,
I love that.
And then get them better food.
As the cook, it was secondary that his right.
Maybe I should buy
it was
food.
So late. He had already made them better meals,
right?
Before he out loud said,
"Oh, I should do this all the time.
I do want to make them better meals." Was that not weird?
It was all salads. Said it was one kid asked for salad, so he just
kept making
everybody gets a salad.
And then when he did make the soup, and the soup was all meat. It was just tiny liquid and meat. And I was no, that one was dope. I was the salad was bullshit.
Yeah, fuck the salad. I was Give me the meat soup.
Them kids loved that soup.
Give me the meat soup with some tortilla chips.
Right?
I'm down. I'll eat it dip.
Thank you for that. I love that that's all the one guy that hated him.
Yeah,
that dude hated him.
Yeah, the shitty priest that was always fucking on his ass.
But I did appreciate that the only thing he needed, he didn't care about it being leftover gruel, right?
What are my tortilla chips?
If you give me chips to eat this as a dip, dude,
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'll eat whatever you put in front of me. That was that guy's.
Somebody stole them. You didn't tell them they were for God. I was trying to.
But in all fairness,
you are useless, Ignacio.
In all fairness, though, they weren't really their chips, right? Like they were just left. They were left on the street. He was it was like first come first serve.
Yeah, whoever
you
grabs
can't
these.
get mad that somebody else took the street tortilla chips before you could take the street tortilla chips.
My street tortilla chips. I like this like 3-day-old stale ones. They're chewy.
Oh man. It was. I do appreciate. I loved even the callback.
You can use them for soup.
I do appreciate even the callback later when he's walking with
Right.
the kids. And he's like, "That's my secret spot."
Where I get the chips. See, my life is very exciting, don't you think? The kids just kind of look at him like, "What the fuck?"
But so at the very end, he goes back with the bus.
It's a nice bus.
My favorite thing about the end, which is my last thing I'll say, and we can probably wrap the things up because we went hard at the end because we were just like, I don't even know
what to do.
That was our way to flesh out just a little bit of time, guys.
Yep.
You might have noticed we didn't do any kind of real scenes, but at the end we were like, let's just talk about this.
Talk about an actual scene for once.
But so the last thing I want to say is just the outfit for the end. The fact that it was
The powder blue
and pants and a shirt, but then
still
he had
with
the
the
shirt
mantle
with
for
the
the-
friars weird.
I don't know what it's called.
Well, no, because I'm not I'm not Catholic. Nor have I ever been a fan of friars outside of Friar Tuck, and I don't know if I ever needed to know what that was called.
Mantle.
It's
shawl.
It's whatever goes on top of their robe.
Yeah.
And,
the little circle thing right here.
But yeah, so he had the shirt with it was double cut. Like it was literally a shirt with a collar that draped over top.
They had it custom made, man.
Oh,
his custom priest suit. Looking like Elvis if he went to Catholic church.
And again, where they were at, that would be so fucking hot.
I know, polyester in the middle of freaking Mexico.
Well, and a double layer.
Right, just thick on there.
A double layer that attaches
it's not breathing.
At turtleneck.
And it's gonna be scratchy. You know it is, dude. He's gonna have that raw line right here.
I could not. I could not. There's no way. You couldn't pay me enough to do that.
No, I would not wear that.
Good on Jack Black.
I'd wear the color.
Maybe this is why. Maybe this is why it was Jack Black and nobody else. We'll bring it back to the beginning. The reason it was Jack Black and not any other actor is because Jack Black was the only one willing to wear that on. At the end. He was like, yeah, I'll do that in this the heat in Mexico.
Middle of Oaxaca, or not Oaxaca, Oaxaca. OXACA. However the fuck. It's hard to pronounce. I'm sorry, all my Mexican friends.
It's okay. Let's move on, though. Bo, now that we're here, before we can finish, we have to do our new segment. What's the thing, man? What's your thing?
What's my thing? The scene where they're eating toast bothers the absolute dog shit out of me. The microphones are too close to their mouths. I can hear every bit of it, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, you told me before you're very against that, like ASMR,
yeah,
ASMR,
like that.
Like
yes.
too close to the microphone.
I hate it so much.
It's not a thing you appreciate.
No.
Yeah, it was weird in the scene.
And it went on too long.
Yeah.
It's okay doing a little bit crunch, get it over with, but no, it's like they started and then they just kind of kept.
Well, I don't even know if it was meant to be a joke. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, was it
intentionally
to be funny?
supposed to be there? Were people thinking that was a joke at the time? Are we just too separated from 2006 jokes now to know? Well, I'm just like, honestly, I don't know. It didn't feel funny now, and I don't think even by that time sensibilities it would have felt funny. But that is the era of sometimes doing that, where they take like a scene and just make it extra long, and like the uncomfortableness was supposed to be funny.
Supposed to be funny.
I never liked that.
I don't like that uncomfortable humor where it's just like, we're just going to be awkward for the sake of being awkward.
Yeah. And so like that's
just
what I'm saying,
to make you feel awkward.
Well, and Napoleon
and then
Dynamite
we're all
does
laugh about it.
Like, think about it. Napoleon Dynamite does a little bit of that, and so like. That's why I'm saying, like, that could have been an intentional. They were just trying to be awkward, funny.
Didn't land.
I didn't like it.
I plugged my ears during the whole thing until he pulls out the picture of his mom and dad, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can listen.
Safe.
It's safe to. That's what subtitles are fucking for.
1, 2, 3. I'm good to go.
Earmuffs. Wedding Crashers. No. What is that movie? Where they make the frat party.
Stop doing this to yourself.
Got Will Ferrell and Vince Vaughn. Old school. Yeah, there it is. He has the kid.
You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy.
Well, you got something to ask me?
Shane, what's the thing?
What's my thing?
What's your thing?
I wish that our segment wasn't called What's the Thing right now, because it makes the next statement I'm about to say very awkward. The thing for me is Jack Black's thing. Only at one, like, not the whole movie.
I know which scene you're talking about.
It's the training montage.
Yeah.
So he steals a pair of tights from Chancho. Well, doesn't
I need to
steal
borrow
them. He
some
asks to borrow them.
sweats.
Let's be fair, he didn't steal them, but
They're
essentially,
sweats.
yeah.
I need to borrow some sweats.
And when he first puts them on, it's not even that bad, right?
Yeah.
Because they do. I guess I'll give continuity's sake credit for this. They do show it like they slowly get baggier and looser, as maybe kids' tights would do on a grown man who is stretching them out. But at a certain point in the stretchiness, so at a certain point of the training montage, whether intentional or not, I don't know. Whether really his junk or not, I don't know. But there is a point where, unintentionally or not, his junk is very much center frame and swinging while in these weird gray sweatpants. It's not for very long.
But once you see it,
And we watched
you're
this,
like,
and I saw it the
you're
first
like,
time. And
whoa, Dick, hold on. This is a
Yeah.
kid's movie.
Exactly, that's what went through my head.
There's too much detail on that.
I said, this is a Nickelodeon movie. Like, I get that it wasn't like
Jack was just freeballing it that day. It was hot. They're in the middle of the desert. They're running around doing
Like,
a bunch of shit.
Again, I understand that this was like an in theaters, not a Nickelodeon channel Nickelodeon movie. But Nickelodeon's name is at the beginning of this movie.
If you look closely, you can see the vein pulsing on it.
It was, well, if you were looking that close, you were going way harder
You
than
gotta get
me.
real close to the screen, man.
You were looking harder than I
Pause
was.
it.
But it was definitely,
Slow-mo.
even when you're not trying to look, it's pretty in
It's
your
there.
face.
It's like, whoa, Dick, shit.
And if you guys...
Just put your thumb up.
Yeah, if you guys
Just
didn't
cover
go
it.
back to watch the movie and are hearing us talk about it, if that inspired you, definitely go check it out. If it didn't inspire you, my suggestion is still check it out, because I want to know if it happens to you. Maybe you get to live in the dream world where it doesn't jump out at you,
Right.
and you'll come back to us
I
in the
didn't
comments.
see any dick.
Yeah, you'll come back to us in the comments and call us
You
crazy.
guys are crazy.
But the fact that as soon as Bo got here and we were talking a little bit, and I started to say this as just a thing. Like, I wasn't telling him it was the thing. We were just saying some things about the movie, and I just was like, man, in the sweatpants. And he immediately knew before I could even finish the sentence what I was about to say.
I was like, oh, no, where his dick's just like hanging out.
So, yeah, again, like
Front and center, center of the shot, penis.
And again, this is one of those things where I gotta say, like Bo for a little bit got caught on, like, it's gotta be the thing that maybe like makes the movie not work or like completely takes it doesn't take me out, because a big dude in sweatpants, that's real. That's just
that's just what happens.
It's just the fact that it was a focus for a split. It's the like
I guess because he was taking the bump from the watermelon and
that's
shit.
the spot. That's the spot, dude.
They thought the jiggle of it was funny
because he walks towards camera
Yeah,
right after he takes it. Yes,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah. Yep.
And then the watermelon hits him, and you can just see it go.
That's the one, dude. That's the one.
But speaking of the training montage, that didn't have shit to do with wrestling. He shoots one dude in the back with an arrow.
Throws
the beehive at him.
No, the training
Wipes
montage,
shit on his face.
The training montage was totally wild in the movie, dude. Like, again, I don't know why it was there. Talking about like the things that made it not wrestling.
Yeah.
The training montage.
Yeah, those had nothing to do
wrestling.
with it.
Fun again. Okay, guys, I don't even know what else to say about this. It was a fun movie.
This movie's fun,
but it's not something I'm going back to.
Yeah, I'm not ever gonna go back to it. Yeah, it's fun to make fun of this shit if they do more modern movies on Mystery Science Theater. I
or
recommend.
If we ever decide to crack into our secondary channel or
Yeah.
Patreon or whatever, wherever we might put something like that, because we've said
this
like, especially like old format. That's essentially what we were doing. We were like doing that by painting the picture and then still telling the joke, which is why they started going too long, because it was essentially like, let's tell you the movie and make the joke So we were doubling the time.
We need to just
like,
watch the movie and run a commentary.
we would
track
have
under
to.
it.
The only problem is, like, I know me and you both, we would be pausing the movie so much, it would still be that long. Because we would be like, okay,
hang on, pause. What the fuck is this shit? You see this appear on the screen right
The
here?
thought that I'm going to tell you is
Strings,
so long.
I see strings.
Right? Like, we would both be like, if I don't pause it, we're going to miss too much.
We're going to miss something.
Right? Like, we are both
we'll
the kind of
talk for
people
too
that would
long.
do that.
This is why no one goes to the theater with us, Shane.
Well, this is certainly why we are able to do this, because we are the same in this way. Like we approach a movie the same kind of way. We are ready to tell each other or other people or anybody willing to listen. And sometimes when they're not willing to listen, all of the dumb, inane thoughts that run through our head, no matter how they're connected, and sometimes they're very
I know how they
rarely
did that
connected.
shot. That's usually one of mine. I was like, oh, I know how they did this.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hear us sometimes, you see the guy and you gotta stop and be like, but this other movie that this guy is in is great. And I'm telling you right now that we should have watched that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've 100% been that person before. Been like, we should have watched this movie. Now I'm seeing that guy. That's what we should be watching. This is
in fact, we're going to stop this.
I see. I usually
we can do that now. We have streaming. We can
but I usually can't do that because it's usually like at a point where it's like so late into the night with whatever group I'm with, where I'm like, nobody's gonna be down for me. Because it's never like the guy I see 10 minutes into the movie.
Right.
It's the guy I see an hour into some movie, right? So
There's
we're
15 minutes left in this movie. Nope, we're stopping.
I'm telling you right now, this guy's movie is better. We should stop and watch it.
We'll put some coffee on.
Everybody's going to be down. We're going to watch this. We'll debate after we're finished.
Right.
Which one was the better movie?
There will be a test. Your parties just turn into a film school class.
To most people, that sounds inane and boring, but to me, you just like I was almost like that sounds like a fun night.
Because we're nerds.
I was like, I would be down
man, you
for
throw
that.
plenty of bourbon
if I'm hanging out watching movies and some friend of mine was like, dude, I want to pull out I just want to quiz you on to see viewers. I would not be like, I understand how that sounds insulting. I wouldn't be. I would be like, this sounds fun.
Yeah, don't give it to me. I want to do good.
Yeah, I want to see if I was paying enough attention.
Is there a time limit? Do I have as much? Okay, cool.
Like, all of it would be exciting to me because I would be like, I want to see if I can answer them. I want to see if we would be on the same thought process of what should be questioned. You know what I mean? Like, I would be like, this is so fun. But I'm a dork, as you said. We're nerds. We're dorks. Whatever you want to call it. But that would be a blast. I would enjoy that be fun. So much.
I would actually enjoy that too.
But I was like, on second thought, Shane, you are correct.
Yeah,
that would be a really good time.
Yeah,
maybe
it's maybe too much fun.
Okay,
I might have to retire from fun after that.
Well, the only problem is that it would have to be like me and you. Like, who else is coming? Because if we're trying to make sure other people are having fun, we've already said that. I don't know how many other people, even my friends.
No, we need to just hang out with more movie podcast people, and we'll get together.
We just do this like a giant. We just do a giant call.
Do a giant call, right?
And just like all of us together, we watch a movie, we pass out a quiz. This is a call to action. Any other podcasters listening, message us. We're out.
Down.
Tell us.
Doom Girls, Tony.
Anybody.
Hook us up.
Let's do this.
Movie dumpster.
Frank,
yes. Frank would definitely do it with us, man.
We'll reach out.
Frank would do it.
Let's start
do you think we could get Marandino in on it? He'd probably do it.
Maybe. For the right movie.
He's a fucking
For
nerd.
the right movie.
He's a nerd like us. He'd totally do it.
Again, for the right movie, probably. Yeah. If I was like, dude, we're doing this. All right, guys. On that, obviously, we were done.
Yep, we're done.
We were done. We were done.
We just kept talking.
Things, but so we still have a little bit of job to do before we're fully finished here. Yes. First things, the beer.
Oh my God.
So this is one of the few times I would love. Again, this is Patreon people. You get to see this. Everybody else, you just get to hear this, and you get to trust that we're telling you the truth. Normally, Bo is smoking me on beers, and it makes sense. Bo is much taller. He's a bigger guy than me. He's going to be able to drink them faster than me. I'm usually looking at electronics. Bo can't handle the heat.
This is,
the heat.
Yeah, I can't. There's too much heat. Oh my God, dude! I'm only drank half of this first one.
I'm gonna.
Oh, go!
I finished one. I don't expect you to. You're okay.
I'm not gonna do that. Jesus.
So
I will give it this. It's warm as piss. It
still tastes good.
It's still good, which is unusual for a beer.
It's just hard to drink.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. It's going to get warm before you can finish it.
This is not your go-to beer for hot wings.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, people get like a nice cold
like-
beer and like some super hot wings or something.
I want to see the guy that does it.
Oh, dude, you're like doubling the like
You're
heat on
doubling
heat
down.
on
It's
heat.
heat on heat, man. Oh fuck. I'm over here sweating because of this.
And this is I appreciate it. I do almost feel gimmicky world, right?
Oh, this is a huge gimmick. This is perfect for wrestling. This is a wrestling gimmick beer.
Well,
If
and
I
my-
ever heard of
like
one.
especially like my main thing, the reason I really lean into that. And again, we love you guys. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not, this is
great
not
gimmick.
Yes,
I'm not
I love
shitting
it.
on
this
it.
is good. And I've already said I've had this multiple times before today. I like this, but the reason I really try to lean in towards the gimmick part of it is because I'd love it if somehow the fruitiness of a habanero came through. But the only thing
is the
coming
heat.
through, like I taste heat and then
And-
normal beer,
yeah.
right? Like normal ale, right? I'm not getting any kind of like
It's like
because habaneros are very you cook. It's a very fruity pepper. You normally cook with things because
you
it
take
gives
the
a very
you take the seeds out of it.
well.
and-
You usually hear mango habanero
Yeah.
because it leans towards fruit already, and so you put it with another fruit.
They just took the seeds. They just took the seeds from these fucking habaneros
It's-
and threw it in with the
Hey,
hops.
listen, if you're telling me they did that because it was gonna go to waste, then I'm all down.
I'm all for it, but
right? Like
it's
I'm
all
all
spices.
upcycling.
Yeah,
Upcycling.
there you
here.
go.
I'm all about some upcycling. But yeah, this is definitely it's fun.
Try it.
Be ready.
Try it.
Be
Country
ready.
Boys.
But be ready.
Nacho
I
Bait.
don't want anybody to go into this not ready. It will light you up a little bit. If you don't like hot things at all,
Yeah.
it will really light you up. Like I like spicy.
I do too, but I have ulcers and this is bad for me. I'm
Oh.
gonna be feeling this for days.
But yeah, great time. Obviously, Nacho Bait can't get better for Nacho Libre.
Country Boy Brewing, we love you guys.
Yeah, well, again, we already mentioned at the beginning we've got some plans since we can loosen things up for our loose ends next season. So look forward to seeing some more of them next season for sure. On that, I think is a good way to talk about
More beer?
What are we drinking next?
More
Bill?
beer? This beer is not spiced in any way, thank fuck. Got Distill Brewing's Tour Bus, double dry hopped hazy IPA. Shit, that's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of words.
That's every kind of IPA thing you could do to it, they've done.
That's every word I can think of.
Yeah, that's like we've had a bunch of IPAs. That's like every tag that we've ever had.
Does it say juicy?
No, it's hazy. This is a hazy one.
Okay.
We
We'll see,
need
though.
we need a there's another one, we just didn't see it. It's the juicy hazy IPA.
I think they might have had another variety of tour bus there. Really,
Might
This is
have.
still. But on that tour bus, we're going to be almost famous because that's the best tour bus movie ever,
ever.
dude. I love Almost Famous.
I saw it once. I really liked it from what I remember.
I am so.
I am certain you
I
made
love
me
that you
watch
said.
it.
I love that you always tell me these things because, like, I waited. I wanted to surprise you that I hadn't seen Nacho Libre. You're just like immediately like Shane. I've not seen this very much. I love this movie. I'm on the opposite side. I own this movie. I own the director's special cut with like an hour. It's an hour worth of extra shit in the movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll let you borrow that.
Yeah, I would say we're gonna have to do that version. I saw the whatever was on Netflix 15 years ago.
Yeah, man. So it's a Cameron Crowe. I love Cameron Crowe. Like again, like I love all this, and it's like an autobiographical. I don't want to get in too much before we leave here, but I
Yeah.
mean, obviously my nerdiness is shining through just a little bit. But yeah, it's because this is for you to know when you go in. I think it'll help you. This is like an autobiographical. This is like legit happened.
Yeah,
to
this
him.
is a real guy. He went and wanted to be a journalist and just kind of hopped on tour buses and talked to the bands and had wild ass adventures.
Well, literally, like the director Cameron Crowe. It's like it's a pseudo self autobiographical story of his. Like it's later. Like again, like it's not exact because this is a made up band.
Oh fuck yeah!
But he did do that. Yeah. That's why I was. That's why I was saying I want you to know that before we get into.
I was like, yeah, I know the movie's based on a real guy. I didn't know it was the guy making the movie.
Yeah, the guy who made the movie. That's why it's so good. You feel very much in his point
and you're
of
not
view.
going to argue with him either when he's telling you to do shit.
No.
It's like, this is my goddamn life. You will do what I tell you to do.
Well, it's my story. You can't tell
Yeah.
me that's not how it went. What are you?
I don't
talking
feel
about?
like your character would do this in this scene. Like,
Well, that's too bad because that's
bad.
what I.
That's
did.
what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
I kicked the guy in the dick and threw him off the bus.
Boom, pow, whatever.
I instantly got mad respect from interband.
All right. On that though, I think we are fully
We are
done. We've
done.
talked about everything. Bo, is there anything you want to hit him with before we go?
Like, comment, subscribe, push the Spotify, because we're doing good on the Spotify. YouTube, as always. Share everything. And I want some goddamn nachos.
No jalapenos.
No jalapenos, but I want some fucking nachos. Ramses, you are the best.